Hello again. This is Catherine Chess, your nutritionist and joyful living coach. And who doesn't love balsamic vinegar dressing? Oh my gosh, most of us all love it. We order it, but this one, it's gonna knock your socks off. It's the best balsamic I've ever tried. So let's get started and I'll show you what goes in it, okay? You put a 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar. Really simple, easy. And then it also calls for honey, but it's optional, okay? And some of us don't want to add extra sweetness to this. It still is good with or without the honey. It calls for about a tablespoon of honey. So I'm just gonna put a little dollop in because I'm not that much of a sweet girl tooth. And then it calls for some olive oil. Calls for 3/4 of a cup of olive oil. So this is a 1/2 cup measuring cup. So I'm just going to fill this up and pour it in, and then I'm going to do another 1/4 of a cup. And then the kicker that I think is really good about this recipe is Dijon mustard. But you can't use any old Dijon mustard, like a Grey Poupon. No. It's loaded with gluten, and gluten isn't so good for you. You can learn about that in my programs, but I'm gluten and sugar and dairy free, so I don't eat gluten. So I'm going to put a tablespoon of gluten-free mustard in this mix, if I can get it out. Whoops. There we go, a tablespoon of gluten-free mustard, and I'm just going to stir all of that together, and then I'm going to add to it 1 shallot. Have you ever cut a shallot? Some of you may not even know what a shallot is. It's like an onion, but it has 2 little pieces, comes in a big bunch, and shallots are so good. So to cut these up, the one thing I like about shallots is they don't make your eyes water like regular onions do, and I love spice. So I'm going to put a little extra in with just this additional shallot. I'm going to dice these up really well. And you can see if you go a little quickly and you bring these back, you can get this done so fast. And see the way to hold a knife? You put your forefinger on the top, thumb on the inside, and hold onto the knife tight. You bring the pile of whatever you have to the center, and you just chop. Really gets the job done, and you will look like a pro. I'm getting there. I certainly can't chop like the culinary chefs that are out there. They are really well trained, but I've kind of got it going, okay? And you don't need to. Just know the proper way to hold a knife. And again, I think I've told you this before, but if you don't have sharp knives, get some. And knives can be expensive. So I went to my local Home Goods and found some great knives that were really reasonable. The next thing it calls for, the last ingredient, is a clove of garlic. So to get garlic great, all you have to do is chop off both ends, and then the skin gets kind of obnoxious, gets in the way. So take the side of your knife, put it on top of the garlic clove, and squeeze it. Boom. Pull out the meat, and then you can just chop up the garlic. Really simple, easy, and get your fingers out of the way. Chop the clove of garlic. Oh, smells so delicious. And it's going to be so good in our balsamic vinegar. Just annihilate this garlic. The more you chop it, the more flavor you're going to have in your balsamic. Just keep chopping, and then scrape off the extra, and pick up everything with your knife. Really simple, easy. And put it into the balsamic. Stir it up. You can put this on all kinds of great salads or whatever you're making for dinner. You are going to love this. So enjoy it. Thank you. The recipe, you can find it over on my website at www.catherinechess.com. That's KATHRYNCHESS.com. And this recipe and so many more are all part of my programs. So please come along, learn to get healthy, learn to get happy, learn to love yourself, because when you love yourself, life just gets so much better. And enjoy the process. This is Catherine Chess, your nutritionist and joyful living coach. Thank you.